Hello and welcome to the Nuclear Reactor, and today we'll be reacting to part 7, I believe, or no, it's part 6 of What If Goku Was Female. I hope y'all are enjoying my reactions, and I'll continue to do them as long as y'all want me to and y'all are enjoying them, so let me know if that's what y'all want me to do with some of the different reactions I'm doing. And whatever else y'all want me to react to, I'll have to try to fit in a better schedule. I'm finishing the What If Gine came to Earth with Goku. I just finished that until he puts out another one of the next part because I've caught up. But otherwise, just let me know, and here we go.
Oh, jeez, this what is getting really catty, isn't it? There's not a Korin in sight.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, MasakoX here. Now, what was once one of my hardest what-ifs to even tackle from the start, let alone conjure up ideas for, was the notion of changing one of the main characters. And I'm not talking about some kind of small change, something quite drastic, but then not so drastic, really. I'd been resisting this one for a long time because there were so many pitfalls I could find myself in regards to the story, which would have been either not in good taste or too obvious. And I don't like being too obvious. But I would like to think that I've done my best with some guidance from the R&R crew to begin with. That is, of course, the continuing adventures of What If Goku Was Female? Now into its 6th outing, the story has been pretty well established with the gender swap benefiting Goku quite a lot socially, and in terms of their allies. Gone are the days when Goku was a social outcast who would willingly spend tons of time on their own out in the wilderness, not really caring about making friends, and instead we got a Goku who is much closer to Bulma, and thusly is far more savvy with the way the modern world works, and how people interact.
Cool.
You know, not just going off for a few years, not only coming back together again if the world is in peril.
Yeah, exactly. That always annoyed the hell out of me. It was like he didn't care about that. He only cared about fighting and stuff.
Actual social activity. Here I think we've got a Goku who is pretty grounded in their natural surroundings, whilst not losing the fibre of their persona, which makes them the core character of the show, which we are all well aware of. We haven't lost Goku, but we gained so much more.
Exactly.
The Breakfast Club of Combat has been a reliable protector of Earth. But having said that, things have begun to look a little bit more frayed around the edges once the Saiyans arrived and Goku discovered her true nature. Nonetheless, instead of what most people wanted, and that, of course, was Vegeta to get it on with Goku, all he got on with was enriching the ground around him.
Are you kidding me? That's what y'all wanted? But what about Krillin?
Chi-Chi and Dende, though, they'd managed to gather a Dragon Ball from Super Kamiguru, luckily, and the former even had her potential unlocked by the Elder Namekian. But shocking Dende, she chose to not tell Bulma so as to surprise Goku and show that she's capable of keeping up with the Saiyan. Yeah, it is actually a pretty selfish move. Something that, based on your poll voting ways, she is beginning to regret. Last time I asked in a poll about whether she would actually tell the others about having her potential unlocked. Well, you guys are pretty wholesome, as a massive 80% of you voted for her to fess up to the others. Good on you, chums. But just because you voted well, doesn't mean that the result will end up going well. Let's just continue. Dende, who had gone to Guru's tower to seek guidance due to Chi-Chi's selfish nature, arrives at the base to discuss the matter. Guru is surprised to have sensed Dende return so soon after departing with the Earthwoman and on his own. Speaking in fluent Namekian, of course, Dende confesses the situation about how Chi-Chi had kept the vital information of Guru's power boost away from one of the Earthwomen and seemed to have absolutely no intention of telling the others in their party when they really need it. Dende feels quite hurt by this greedy gesture, but Guru motions the child to come to his side. He places his giant hand on his head and unlocks his potential, the ability to heal others, as we know. Dende can feel the power coursing through his veins, sensations that he has never come close to experiencing before. Guru then explains that the Earthwoman's case was far more complex than the young Namekian had even begun to have thought to realize. You see, Dende,
That girl was gravely struggling with her consciousness. She is a good person, as are her friends. But the Saiyan woman who leads them has changed, and she is worried.
Worried?
Yes, worried that she might lose her and everyone else if she isn't able to contribute. She was scared but never showed it, fearful of reprisal. An unnecessary worry.
I love that.
If they are truly her friends, they would understand and try to help her.
Would they, though? Back to inside Frieza's ship, and with the radar in tow, the 3 members of the Breakfast Club of Combat are carefully picking off each and every remaining Frieza soldier that they come across with the utmost stealth. Chi-Chi is being particularly effective, and this is something that has not gone unnoticed by the other 2. When they are not able to sense any soldiers nearby, they can take a little break. Yamcha decides to broach the topic. Chi-Chi, you've been acting funny since you got back. Your ki feels way weird and different. Chi-Chi whips around, sweating a little, and trying to act breezily. Yeah, cool? Tenshinhan is stock still. Not cool. What's going on? Is there something you're not telling us? Chi-Chi is on the spot, and she cannot stand it anymore. She had been feeling absolutely terrible since she got back to the cave with Dende. She sighs heavily and tells them what happened. As she's doing so, Yamcha and Tenshinhan are going through a mixture of emotions. Surprise, resentment, confusion, and, of course, anger. Uh-oh. Yamcha's fury is bubbling under the surface, whilst Tenshinhan is trying to stay far more measured. This is pretty much one of the biggest acts of betrayal and secrecy that the group has seen since they started working together. And yes, they could be angry about Goku's Saiyan nature, but she didn't know about that. But nevertheless, Yamcha has now reached breaking point and he is fuming. I can't believe you! How could you not tell us this? If we all got our potential tapped into, we'd all be strong enough to take out Frieza's goons. Heck, we can even try and take out the big boss himself. I mean, especially once Goku and Krillin get here. Chi-Chi is starting to push back, but is clearly distressed. I panicked, okay? Haven't you two realized that Goku has grown more distant with us? Like, this whole finding out that she's a Saiyan thing has led her down a different path to ours? Like she doesn't need us anymore? I wanted to prove her wrong and show her that we could be useful. I don't want to lose her! Yamcha pushes back even louder. But we're supposed to be a team! Or maybe you're planning to go down your own path! Are you gonna leave us to fend for ourselves? You cheater! Those words cut through Chi-Chi like a space knife. How dare you? The 2 of them continue to argue loudly, and now this has caught the attention of many remaining minions who descend upon their location, with Tenshinhan trying to warn the pair to be quiet, but too late. Oh, guys, just because the 3 of them found a very convenient place to find Dragon Balls, I wasn't going to make it easy for them. No. One soldier presses on their scouter. Lord Frieza! Intruders in the ship! They're after the dragon! Tenshinhan Dodon raised the soldier and gets into position. Would you 2 shut up? Now we gotta do this the hard way thanks to your childish bickering. Said 2 realized what they did and put the shouting on pause. Save for Yamcha saying, bet you don't even need us now anyway. Chi-Chi is fuming and puts that anger to good use, viciously taking out the gaggle of soldiers, whilst Tenshinhan calmly but rapidly goes for the balls, which are fortunately nearby. This could have been so much easier had Yamcha just kept his mouth shut and swallowed his pride. Who does he think he is, Vegeta? Back outside, Frieza hears this abrupt transmission as he and his minions finish eviscerating a group of Namekians that had so foolishly tried to find a nearby mountain to hide in. Well, Dodoria. It seems that you were right. We do have some meddling fools skulking about. When we get back, remind me to promote you. Now Zarbon doesn't take too kindly to this and decides to show his own initiative. Lord Frieza, might I go back to the ship and deal with them personally? Oh, why yes, Zarbon, please do. I'd rather not get my hands dirty. I've already exerted myself far more than what I find comfortable. Just be sure to be quick about it, won't you? We need to find those other Dragon Balls, especially if we've got competition. Zarbon and Dodoria then make their way back to the ship. Now as that happens, Goku and Krillin are now resuming their training and are picking up the pace, with the latter now re-energized after getting all of that
are they not
nervous
there
tension
yet?
out of his system.
I thought-
Goku is,
that's
quite
right,
frankly,
they were
also
in
pleased
flight. I thought they
because
were.
she can sense that her pal is back up to his full A game and giving her a proper challenge. Good. All this lovey-dovey stuff had affected his mojo, and thusly was proving to be no good for a sparring partner for Goku. Now though, things are much better, and their powers are increasing much faster, especially with them now reaching Kaioken times 10 due to this gravity training, and Goku pushing to Kaioken times 20 for brief moments. Krillin is in awe of Goku's prowess, and feels lucky to be sharing this moment with her. The Breakfast Club are in safe hands, he thinks. Chi-Chi has nothing to worry about. Oh, Krillin, you have no idea what's going down on the planet. Back at the freezer ship, the 3 other members have managed to successfully find the Dragon Balls and are now making their way out of the ship, blasting the remainder of the Freezer Force away quite easily before finding the exit and skedaddling. Chi-Chi gets the last of her frustration out by powering up and destroying the entire ship, now in pieces. Yamcha is still angry, but Tenshinhan just silently tells him to save it for when they get back. For a while, things are silent, as they are now making their way back to base. But when they think that they've made it home and dry, Zarbon and Dodoria find them. Seems like Chi-Chi's little outburst helped them calibrate their scouters onto their location, and they were following the 3 the entire time.
That's not good.
Terrific. You do exist. I thought for a moment Dodoria was making the whole thing up. I must give you credit, friend. I told you. And it looks like that she brought her friends along for the ride. Goody.
Yamcha has had enough. You know what? He grabs the balls Chi-Chi and Tenshinhan are carrying, stuffing one down his top. I'm not doing this. You can handle them on your own. Even Tenshinhan is shocked by this. Now is not the time for this, Yamcha. I don't care. Just use Kaioken and be done with them. You can clearly take them out on your own. I'm out of here. With that, Yamcha just flies away with the Dragon Balls in tow. Zarbon whips around and stops Yamcha. I'm sorry, Kaio what? But before he can do anything, Tenshinhan surprises him with another Dodon Ray, and this gives Yamcha the opportunity to escape, not turning back once. These two are on their own. That being said, Tenshinhan is still curious to see how Chi-Chi handles herself with this new power. Well, are you going to use Kaioken? Chi-Chi doesn't care anymore. She shouts and goes Kaioken times 10 in a peak of rage, having never tried it out before, but she doesn't care, and she launches into a super attack. No forgiveness. Dodoria is helpless against this power level of 210,000. He is whipped about without being able to answer, and Zarbon's scouter explodes due to the surge in power at such a rapid rate. In the end, Chi-Chi vaporizes Dodoria, and then without so much as a pause, whips around and fires a beam at Zarbon, taking him out too. Tenshinhan barely being able to get out of the way. His arm is actually mangled, so Chi-Chi ended up doing friendly fire. Tenshinhan looks at Chi-Chi in horror. That power was enormous and out of control. Chi-Chi rounds on Tenshinhan in a peak of anger, but then suddenly, of course, and really it's not a surprise, her body gives out and she contorts into a state of abject agony before falling unconscious and also falling to the ground. Tenshinhan flies down and with his good hand grabs her before heading straight back to base. What happened there? Well, we're going to have to wait and find out next time because that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now.
Damn it.
Well, Masako, why did you go and do that? Well, I felt that we needed to add some kind of peril into the mix. Not to mention the whole thing about the crew's feelings and the rifts forming. They needed to come to a head sooner or later. I couldn't have...
Wasn't this one shorter than all the others? I wanted it to be longer, damn it.
Couldn't have this bubbling around for too long or otherwise it would lose its impetus. This felt like the right moment to express these feelings. Things were just a little too easy. Now with this out in the open, Goku may have to be the one, ironically, to bring everyone back together because of all the conspiracies about her breaking them apart. But will it be easy though? We'll find out next time. So what do you guys think? Are you ready for Goku and Krillin to arrive? What are they going to find when they actually get to Namek?
Everybody
Leave a comment below and let's get this discussion going. And I shall see you
because
in the
Chi-Chi
next
ain't going to be able to do that again.
Catch you later.
So, they're screwed. But I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction. It's too damn short, but I'm liking this one. So I'll keep it up. Whatever y'all want. Leave like and leave a comment below, please. and let me know what y'all want me to react to. And subscribe. Until next time, peace. I hope y'all enjoyed my reaction. If you like my content, then like and subscribe, please. And follow me on Twitter for video updates. The link will be in the description below. And as always, stay nuclear.